Well, thanks for everyone being here today. I just want to say, we have an outstanding public safety here team in Kent County, not only with our fire department that's here with us today, but our investigators are standing next to us as well that have been out since the early morning hours today, investigating what is truly a tragic situation that occurred here in Plainfield Township. So I'm just going to give a brief update of what we can release right now, because there is still, like I said this morning, a lot of investigation that still needs to be done. So again, just as a recap, about 4 o'clock this morning, emergency responders were dispatched to the Rollway Drive address that you're all aware of on a report of an explosion and then a house fire. Plainfield Fire was the first fire units on scene, had requested some additional assistance and notified our road patrol staff who responded and then asked for some additional support from our investigative division. For the Sheriff's Department portion of the investigation, we have determined at this point this believes to be a domestic related situation at the home, and that the fire was intentionally set, what we believe by the husband at this point, intending to be a murder-suicide at the residence. We are incredibly thankful to the nearby residents that rushed to the female associated with the address rescue and were able to pull her from the home. That includes a teenager that lived just next door, as well as another male who lived nearby. Without their actions, it's likely that she would have perished in the fire. She has some significant medical related issues right now, and we're hoping for a recovery on that end as well too. But as we said, this is still a lengthy investigation. There's a lot of unknowns. You've noticed I haven't released any names right now. There's still a lot that needs to be done in the investigation, including working with our medical examiner's office to positively identify the body that was located in the building today. So once that confirmation has been made, that information will be coming soon. But for the Sheriff's Office, again, we just want to relay to the family affected by this, our deepest sorrows for having to deal with a situation so tragic. I'm sure nobody wants situations like this broadcast into all their family and friends and the local media stations, but we really wanted the community to know that this is an isolated incident. There's no concerns of any gas leaks or any other type of home explosions in the area, and that this was a situation that we believe right now there's no other threat to the community or their safety. I'm going to ask for Chief Kelly to give a brief update from Plainfield Fire as to their investigation. Chief Kelly?
Thanks, Sheriff. Hi. As we initially rolled up on scene, we did arrive to find what appeared to be a single-story residential structure at the time. It was completely leveled and had full flames throughout the structure. We did have a lot of witnesses explaining what was going on, as well as a witness that identified where the neighbor happened to pull the victim. We went immediately into a defensive strategy to fight the fire, and called for a second alarm to get additional hands. Like the sheriff said, the fire remains under investigation. Investigator from the Plainfield Township Fire Department, as well as MSP and ATF, are all part of the investigation at this time. No real cause. That'll be all determined by all those parties that are joined in the investigation. Other than that, that's about all I have to report at this time.
All right. Scott, do we have anything else you need us to cover?
We can take one or two quick questions.
Undersheriff, is there anything you can say in regards to what it was that pointed in the direction of a suspected attempted murder-suicide?
Again, our investigators have done a great deal of work on that already. There were some text message exchanges, as well as some statements that were recovered at the scene from the female associated with the residence before she was transported, that gave us the indication that this was going to be an isolated incident.
Can you confirm both those people lived in the residence?
Both those people had lived in the residence, and again, I can't tell you for how long they've lived at the residence, though.
And can you give us the condition of the victim at
Right,
this moment?
as of right now, the last we knew is she was in serious condition, but because it is a medical related issue, we can't really release more details, and quite frankly, the family isn't sharing all those details with us right now. They're hoping for the best of their loved one.
Is it believed the fire was set initially and that led to this explosion that the neighbors are...
And the fire chief may be able to answer that question better, because that is going to be a little bit part of the ongoing investigation, determine what exactly the cause was and how it was set. I don't know if you want to answer more on that.
Yeah, the theory at this time would be that it was a leak of the natural gas, probably allegedly intentionally released into the basement, and unknown what the ignition source was to cause the explosion, but every indicator at that point in time appears to be the natural gas is what was used to start the fire.
Chief, can you speak to what the process looks like now? Is there an element of the fire investigation going forward, or is it strictly Sheriff Sheriff's Office at this point?
Like Undersheriff said, it's very much a joint effort amongst all entities involved. In a unique situation like this, we do get MSP and the ATF involved. So we'll work with the DB of the Sheriff's Department as well as our investigative group from Plainfield, and we'll work with the ATF, and we'll kind of all come to the same conclusion at the end, and then we release kind of a unified message as well as to what the cause of the fire was.
In your experience, is this an explosion that you have seen of this magnitude before?
Not of this magnitude. A few years back, we did have an incident similar to this, but not to this magnitude.
A quick question, were there any prior incidents you all are aware of at the Kent County Sheriff's Office, domestic related incidents before this tragedy?
You know, again, with it being an open investigation still, some of that will come in the near future as we release more details. But right now, I just really want us to focus on the fact that we have a woman that's suffering some serious injuries in the hospital. You know, I'm thankful that we had some heroic efforts by the neighbors to get her from that home, and that we're really thinking about the family. All right, thank you.